Native Mapuche historian Hernán Curiñir wants the world to know the news. The center of this plaza goes through here to the Cue. It's a sacred space where only one day a year the sun rays pass directly from one side to the other. It's here, surrounded by 700-year-old trees, that the first ever memorial to 171 Mapuche victims of Chile's former military dictatorship will soon be formally opened. Shortly after the 1973 military coup, Curiñir's 23-year-old brother Nelson, a left-wing university student, was detained by soldiers and never seen again.
The center of this plaza goes through here, to the Cue. It's a sacred space where only one day a year the sun rays passes directly from one side to the other.
It took 20 years for Nelson Curiñir's family to discover that soldiers had shot him dead and thrown his body into this river. To this day, he's the only Mapuche of the scores who disappeared during that period whose remains were ever found. Thousands of Chileans were executed or disappeared during the Pinochet dictatorship. But the fate of the indigenous Mapuche victims has until now received little attention in a country where they have long been discriminated. Maria Elena Calfuquir remembers how secret police referred to her father, a teacher and a poet, as the Indian. She says they were all vilified for being Mapuches.
My father was vomiting blood and urinating blood from the beatings he received when they brought him back from prison. Hours later, they took him away again, and he disappeared forever. We've never been able to accept his death.
Maria Elena and the other survivors welcome the opening of the soon-to-be-finished memorial park, in the hope that it will help Chile see that the Mapuches were not just victims of a dictatorship, but of a society that never acknowledged their suffering. Lucia, Newman, Jazeera, Temuco.